When I was young, my grandma had several great quotes she used to read. One of the most popular ones that I heard a lot around my grandmother's house: what doesn't come out in the wash comes out in the rinse. A lot of my mature audience, y'all know exactly what that means because y'all heard it around your house. You probably used it. Your grandparents or your parents used it. It was a famous quote around your house, and you know exactly what I mean. For those of you who don't know what it means, by the end of today's show, you will know exactly what I mean by what doesn't come out in the wash, it comes out in the rinse. See, what I learned is even though mature people, even though a lot of mature audience, they know what this means. They know what this quote truly means deep inside. They know what it means. They still make the same mistakes over and over again, forcing them to repeat the cycles that we begin this with: wash, rinse, and then repeat. What do I mean by that? So many people right now talk about you can't find a good man out here. And then what you start doing is you start belittling men out here, calling all men little boys, and they're not mature, and they're not ready to grow up, and how it used to be, and how men used to be, and how men are today. Belittling men because you can't find a good man. Then on the other side, you got the men out here saying you can't find a good woman out here. And what do? You start belittling the woman out here, call them little girls, call them thoughts, hoes, whatever else you want to call them. Call them gold diggers because you can't find one. But what we don't realize is we don't take a look at our own selves. We don't take a look at our own dirty laundry. Because all we have to do is look at our own dirty laundry to find out exactly why you can't find a good man, a good woman. It's not because you're not using the right detergent to wash out the dirt in your life. It's not because you don't have a good washing machine and the rinse cycle ain't working properly. Because see, you're using the right tide, you're using the right game, and it's washing the dirt out of your shirt from your previous relationship. You're rinsing all that whatever's left off out. All that's getting washed out. But the part that you're missing, the step that you're missing, the step that my grandma left out was the repeat. And see, here's where the repeat comes in, people. You're not repeating the wash and rinse cycle. What you're repeating is the cycle of where that dirt came from. How did you acquire that stain? You acquired that stain because when you was looking for your partner, you were looking in someone else's trash can. You was looking in someone else's trash, because here's another good quote, people. Here's another quote people use. Another person trash is another person treasure. So what you do is you search in somebody else's trash can looking for some treasure, and you dig in there, and you think you found some treasure. You sit here and cuddle up with that treasure. You get all deeply involved with that treasure. You start molding that treasure. You hold it close to you. Next thing you know, that treasure start putting a stain on your shirt. You feel a stain. Man, women, stains on your shirt. And I'm talking about that ugly stain on your shirt. Then what you got to do? You start to realize that stain start getting worse and worse. That was going down onto your pants. It's getting all over on your sleeves. It's getting all that white shirt, that clean, nice blouse that you had on, that nice dress shirt you had on, fellas. It's getting all over it. And you start to realize it's starting to ruin your shirt. You starting to not look as nice. You starting to not dress as nice. You starting to not feel as good. Because you know, when you look nice, when you dress nice, you feel good when you come out. But now you start not to feel so good. And what you realizing was, see, it's this relationship. It's that trash that you dug out. That person who you thought was treasure, that you dug out somebody else's trash, is exactly what it was. It was trash. So what do you do, people? So what do you do when you realize when you dug in someone else's old trash and thought you was getting treasure? And what I'm talking about, the treasure that you thought you get was that man that you digged out somebody's trash, that woman that you digged out somebody's trash, you thought was treasure. You thought was treasure. And when you realize it get all stained on your shirt, what do? You go back to what my grandma said. You wash and you rinse. Because what doesn't come out in the wash comes out in the rinse. And if you don't understand how the washing cycle works, see, you think when you put the tide in, you put the gain in, you put your detergent in, you wash your outfit, that the dirt comes out in the wash. No, the wash, it loosens up that dirt. Well, the rinse cycle actually rinses the dirt out. That's why I said, when I talk about blood thicker than water, the power of water rinses that out. But here's the problem with that. Now, you done rinse that new blouse out, it's all clean, but you miss the step you take. You go back to, again, people, the repeat. Then what do you do after you wash that stain out? You got your blouse looking good, you're feeling good again, my fellas, feeling good, my ladies. You go right back to repeating the same cycle and go dig in somebody else's trash can again, looking for some treasure. And you wonder why you can't find a good man, a good woman, because you keep digging in somebody else's trash can looking for treasure. You keep digging in dirt thinking you're going to find a diamond, looking for a diamond in the rough because you hear the mystical stories about the diamond in the rough, and you dig in the dirt, you get dirty, you wash your shirt, you rinse your shirt, then you repeat the cycle of going out, digging in someone's trash can, digging in dirt again, and then you start repeating the whole ideology that there's no good woman, there's no good men out here. The truth is, your deeds are going punished. Your no good deeds are going punished. You understand? They say no good deed goes unpunished. The good deed is going punished, people. Because what you're doing is you're repeating a cycle of bad behavior. They say, what they say? They say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. So ask this question. In relationships, how many of us are insane in relationships? Not insane because we keep trying to find a partner. Not insane because of that. We're insane because we keep repeating the same behavior over and over again, thinking that we're going to get a different result. You keep washing your outfit out, rinsing your outfit, and then repeating the behavior of digging in trash cans, digging in dirt, looking for treasure, and then wondering why nothing is changing. But understand why you need a spouse. And some people love to say, oh, you just need some time to yourself. Man, listen, when you get older, that's the last thing you need, all right? You get older and you become more mature. For my mature audience, y'all understand. 50 plus audience, y'all understand it. You get older, the only relationships you start to have when you ain't got a spouse, someone else, a significant other, the only conversation and relationship you have is on the other line, Medicare. Okay? AARP agent is your other spouse. That life alert person is your other spouse. That's who you can rely on. You understand? You start looking forward to those conversations with scammers and stuff because that's your relationship. They're the only ones call and text you. And they ain't asking you, yo, did you schedule your appointment? They ain't asking you, like, yo, did you refill? Did you take your pills today? You slip and fall, and they ain't picking you up. The scammers only try to get your money. Okay? They ain't trying to help you. They don't care. Let me stop talking about old people because I'm going to get old one day. I'm getting old now. And, I better stop talking about people. I have these problems. Even though I'm happily married, but, I don't want to talk about old people. But truthfully, old people, truthful, more mature people out there, you're looking for a spouse, you're looking for a significant other, and a lot of you are now looking for these significant others in a digital age where now you have Facebook, you got Instagram, you got all these different dating sites. So now your trash cans are getting even bigger. The world and the trash can get even bigger for y'all. So the trash cans, y'all ain't digging the trash cans no more. Now y'all dumpster diving. See, older people now, y'all dumpster diving out here. Y'all out here diving in dumpsters, hoping that y'all gonna find some type of treasure. Y'all gonna find a diamond necklace, a diamond ring, a nice iced out watch. Y'all trying to find something out here, and y'all dumpster diving, and y'all get out the dumpster, and you're wondering why you all disgusted and covered in all this oil and all this nasty stuff and gunk, and then you gotta wash your clothes out, then you gotta rinse them out, and then you're repeating the cycle, and you still unhappy. You gotta change your behavior. You gotta change your mindset. You gotta change your focus. And I'm here to help you, people. I'm here to help you to stop diving in dumpsters. I'm here to help you to stop diving in other people's trash looking for treasure. That's your first mistake. You shouldn't be looking for no treasure in other people's trash. You shouldn't be looking for treasure at all because you should realize something. This is the thing. This is where your mindset has to change, people. This is where your mindset has to change. First of all, we got to take out the wash and rinse cycle. We got to take repeat out. Okay? We got to take repeat completely out. We got to change that R. We got to change that R to reinstate, to remind. We got to reinstate ourselves to put ourselves in a position that we realize that we are a treasure. We have to change repeat to another R, to repeat, change repeat to remind ourselves that you are the treasure. So instead of you digging and dumpster diving looking for treasure, you need to remind yourself. Reinvent yourself. To revigorate yourself, to realize you are the treasure. You're the treasure. And you're not in no dumpster. You're not in no one else's dumpsters. You're not in no one else's trash cans because you're not allowing yourself to be in someone's trash can. And if someone threw you away because they broke up with you, because it has happened. We've all been broken up with. I didn't have my heart broken before, I'm sure many of you had your heart broken before, and you feel like somebody threw you away like you was just straight trash. But what you do when they did that? You gotta remember that you ain't sitting in someone's trash can, sitting in someone's dumpster, waiting for somebody to dig you out. You climbed down that dumpster like I climbed down that dumpster. I got in the washing machine, I do some Tide in there, some OxyClean, some Gain beads, to make it smell good. Put some Gain beads in there. I put it on the wash cycle. made sure I rinsed off, and I got all that off me, and I reminded myself that I am treasure, and you have to do the same. You gotta dig yourself out of that trash can. Wash off all the negativity, all the pain, the hurt from that previous relationship, so you realize who you are, treasure. See, I understand. I understand my grandma was trying to say to me when she was talking about what doesn't come out in the wash, come out in the rinse. See, I thought what she meant, and a lot of you think that, and maybe they did back in the day meant, was, what truth doesn't come out now is going to come out later. But see, I'm flipping it today. This is a new age. This is 2021 right here. This is a new cycle way of thinking. I'm new era of thinking. See, I'm changing wash, rinse. And where it does come out the wash, come out the rinse. See, what don't come out the wash does come out the rinse, but we come out new. We come out renewed. We come out renewed person. We come out treasure when we come out. And we ain't coming out being someone else's trash, waiting for somebody to dig us out. And we ain't going to sit here and keep dumpster diving looking for other people's trash. See, here's the thing. You're looking for a man or woman on Facebook, but see, if it didn't work out the first time, it didn't work out the second time, the third time, I'm sure the fourth time ain't going to be the charm. At some point, you have to say it's alright. Facebook may not be a place to look for somebody. Instagram may be cool if you want to look at half-naked women. It may be cool if you want to look at dudes who starting to act like they living bigger than they are. It may be cool if you want to live in an imaginary world. If you want to watch Disney, Instagram, Facebook may be cool if you still into Disney movies. But if you want Disney movies, just go get Disney Plus. Look at Disney Plus. There's a whole catalog of Disney movies you can watch if you want imaginary lives, fairy tale endings, fairy tale lives that people are making up that ain't true. Because truthful, Instagram and Facebook is made up of a bunch of fake relationships, fake lives that people live in, things they ain't got. People taking pictures of milk cartons look like they staring out a window when you know doing well you ain't never been in a plane. Driving cars that ain't theirs. They taking pictures of other people's cars. You know that Bentley ain't yours. Then stop it. You know darn well you didn't have a job last week. Stop it. But they fronting on there. So if you want that kind of imaginary life, go get Disney Plus. Stop sitting here thinking because you see somebody on Facebook, Instagram, it's real. There's filters on there. People make themselves look like they're something they're not. You fooling yourself by going on there thinking that you're going to find love where there's nothing but manipulation, lies, deception, where it lives, where everybody share their business and call it entertainment. And you think you're going to find a relationship in there? That's a dumpster. You're jumping in a dumpster. Then after you jump into that dumpster, you come out of the dumpster all full of gunk. You wash, then you rinsing off, and then you repeating the behavior. Because first you start complaining about how all men ain't crap, all women ain't crap. Then you jump right back in that dumpster trying to find another man or woman. And fall into the same imaginary trap. But you gotta chill, people. You gotta chill. So don't look there. A lot of us go on dating sites. A lot of you go on dating sites. You go on dating sites because you think that's where you can find a man, you find a woman. Because going to church, you can't always find a man and woman. Church, sometimes you don't know what's going on in church. Let's be honest. We don't know what's going on in church. We all like to make it seem like church is this holier than thou place and everybody in church is closer to God, they live in a righteous life. But we're going to be real and we're going to be honest. It's not to downplay or down talk church because there are people who go to church for the right reason. But then you have those people who don't. So sometimes even there, it's difficult to find truth about someone. It's difficult. The dating pool is difficult because you don't know what a person's intentions is. You got some dudes, they're getting older. Their pipe dreams or their dreams didn't come true. So they're looking for a woman that, got her own crib, got her own house. She about to retire, got a little nest egg, and they trying to snuggle up on getting tired. They need a little sugar mama. And you got some women who did the opposite. They looking for a dude that got his stuff together, and they just want to snuggle up against him because they need a new car. Their car ready to break down. It gets complicated when you go out here dating. It gets more complicated when you don't have your standards in place, because that's where the mistake comes. When you don't have standards in place, because again, I go back to my previous statement. You have to know what you are. Don't make people think that you're a narcissist because you say that you're a treasure, because you see yourself, because you understand your value. That's why we make a mistake. We let other people undermine and devalue us, and then we start letting them do it until they establish us or put us right back in the trash can that we not only climbed out of, but then rinsed ourselves off of. We can't let nobody devalue us. You must know your value. Then once you know your value, you need to know your standards. Know your standards and put a price tag on your standards. See, that doesn't mean that you sit here and say, "Yeah, date me." You know, you gotta have 6 figures and you gotta have a Bentley and you gotta have this and that. Listen, standards. Standards. When you set your standards, I hate to use the word realistically. I hate to use that word. You know, I just hate to use realistically because I think that everything is possible with work, but be logical. Be logical with your standards. Because see, it's something I hate. Okay? Something I hate. Not sweating. Something I hate is when people and men do this a lot. You talk about you want a woman, you know, she gotta have long hair, she gotta have a big old vixen body, flat stomach, big butt, big breast. She gotta dress a certain way. And I'm not sitting here talking about the big guys and the fat guys and guys with belly, because I got a little gut in my own I'm trying to work down. But you can't sit here and tell this woman you want a video model when you ain't necessarily a bodybuilder, bruh. You can't sit here and point out that you want this type of woman if you ain't this type of man. That's not to say you can't get this type of woman. But listen. Don't ask somebody to be what you ain't trying to be. Don't sit here and say this woman can't eat nothing but salads, but you sitting here eating nothing but burgers. Now I ain't sitting here trying to discredit you and trying to beat down you for your weight. But I'm telling you, don't sit here and set a level of standard on somebody that you won't set on yourself. Same with women. Don't sit here talking about you gotta drive a Bentley, you gotta have at least 6-7 figures in his account, maybe 6-7 figures a year. You gotta have a big house. You gotta have certain standards. He can't have no kids. When you sit here living on Section 8, okay, collecting welfare, 3 different baby dads, ain't got a car but got a bus pass. Don't sit here and talk about that, man, when you ain't got that either. Because see, when you start doing that, then we go right back to it. See, now it ain't about you trying to punch up or trying to grab somebody higher. It's that you trying to grab a sponsor. And now you trying to grab a sponsor. Now you want that woman that looks good because you ain't trying to get her to look because she look good. You trying to make her change, make the way you feel, change the perception of how you look. You don't want that dude because he's successful. You want him because he's successful, and then he's gonna make you become successful. So when you set your standards, be logical and practical, that when you set your standards, that you're looking for someone who's on the same ground as you, same level as you, that you're looking for somebody that, yes, is going to help you to level up, but help you level up spiritually, mentally. That's going to help you, that's going to push you to become a better form of yourself. When you're looking at someone, make sure it's on the same playing field as you. And maybe you may see someone who's just slightly below you. They may be still on the call. They may be still doing something. But you got to actually look and pay attention to see that person's potential. Not in what they said, but I'm going to say this again, in their actions. Because that's what you got to pay attention to, a person's actions. Because like my grandma used to say, what don't come out in the wash will definitely come out in the rinse. And what she meant by that is, see, you may say, that dude or that woman may say, yo, I'm trying to do this, trying to open a restaurant, I'm trying to boom, boom, and try to create this. And it may sound all good, but let me ask you a question. How much interest and time you putting into cooking? How much of your money you investing in to build and open up a restaurant? What's the location? What's your menu plan? What's your education background and pushing so that this can become a reality? How much you need for me to help become reality, and how much you can do on your own. See, it's simple things like that. If you put in place, you find out where a person's true intentions is, and you can separate what a person's saying from their actions. That's what they mean, but what don't come out the wise comes out the rinse. But you gotta be careful in repeating negative behavior. Repetitive behavior that you continue doing. Stop jumping in dumpsters. Stop getting into relationships with people who not only have a pipe dream, but don't have a truly goal in mind, don't have a plan in mind for themselves, let alone you. You get in a relationship with people, and your mindset, you thinking marriage, when they thinking, look, man, I'm just trying to get on my toes. I'm just trying to get with you until I get my car fixed. You know, it's winter time. I'm trying to make it the summer so I can get back out here because it's cold out here in the street. You got to make sure whoever you on in a relationship with is on the same level as you. You got to make sure that you're not repeating the same behavior. You got to make sure that you're not jumping into dumpsters no more, trying to search through other people's trash. You seen this dude break up with his girlfriend, or this chick break up with her man, and you was like, yo, let me go jump in this relationship because shoot, you know what they say, man. Another man's trash is one man's trash, is another man's treasure. So let me go jump in this trash can and see if I can grab his treasure. Nah, man. If you really want that relationship, that's not to say that woman that was dumped in some guy's trash can't be treasured, but you need to let her wash herself off. Wash herself off. You need to let her rinse. And make sure she's not repeating negative behavior before you jump in. That way, when you get into the situation, you're not repeating negative behavior. She's not repeating negative behavior. What y'all doing is pushing a path to go forward. Y'all understand that you treasure, she treasure. Y'all realize who you are, so y'all start on a clean slate because you're not washing, rinsing, and then repeating by jumping in the trash can again and then coming out dirty and then get in a relationship, carrying that dirt and dirtying somebody else up. And you wonder why the pool is shrinking so much. You wonder why the relationship pool is shrinking so much. You wonder why you keep coming out dirty in relationship. You gotta stay out of those trash cans, people. Facebook, Instagram, like I said, it's a dumpster. It's not even a trash can, people. It's a dumpster. It's like Disney. It's like Disney. I'm telling you, it's the most imaginary place in the world. You can be anything on there. I'm telling you. Disney, I think, has something to do with the creation of Facebook, Instagram, and social media. You know what I'm telling you? You can be anything on there. People, I'm talking about filters. You can be a princess. You can be a frog. You can be a king, queen. You can grow up in a mansion. You can take a picture in front of somebody's Bentley that's not yours, but you keep clean, though. It is yours. You can put on whatever you want. You got people on their front like they're in good relationships that really not. Oh man, you don't understand the dumpster that you're jumping into when you're going on Facebook, Instagram, and you're trying to create a relationship out of a dumpster of people who have an imaginary life that they're creating and giving you and portraying an imaginary life. If that's what you want, if you want fairy tales, then go get Disney Plus. It's $7.99 a month. Even you can get Hulu, Disney Plus, and ESPN Plus for $13.99 a month. Look, I'm sitting here putting a promotion on for them. You know, I'm telling you, you get a whole bundle and it's a lot cheaper than the time and energy that you're going to spend sitting here faking and frauding with these people who ain't really about that life. Get up out those dumpsters. Get up out those trash cans. Stop digging in dirt. And what you're going to find out is there is good men, good women out here. Up your standards, set your standards. Understand that you are on a certain playfield. Learn that you are treasure. Learn to respect yourself. Make sure that whoever that you let court you, that you let date you, that you entertain and give your time to, understands to respect your time and the treasure that you are. If they looking at you as someone else's trash, then they can call you treasure all they want. That's how they see you. It's trash. They should look at you and not say you're someone else's trash. That, yo, you're my treasure. I don't care what that person did. I'm not focused on that relationship. I'm focused on what we are building. I'm focused on what we are creating, the goals we set. I'm focused on not repeating learned and negative and repetitive behavior. And I'm focused on creating a new path. I don't want to know what went wrong in your last relationship. I want to know what's going right in our relationship. Because we're not focused on the past. We're focusing on the present, focusing on the present and the future. That's where you need to put yourself in. You need to put yourself in place on the playing field. You need to get out of fairy tale land. You need to stop jumping in those dumpsters. Stop completing the cycle of wash, rinse, repeat, and just wash yourself, rinse yourself off, shine yourself up, realize that you treasure, and move on, and allow yourself or find someone who's going to appreciate you. Stop talking about no good men or women out here. Stop talking about it. Stop searching for something that you ain't ready for. Yo, that's another thing. I'm going to say this before I go because, see, I got to say something to my fellas real quick. I got to. And a lot of you ain't going to like this. And you know what? I'm cool with that. I don't give a damn. Or my friend, I don't give a damn. But I'm sick and tired of these dudes out here talking about, yo, I want a woman that's going to respect me. I want a woman that ain't going to speak back to me. And when I tell her to do something, she going to do it. Man, who the hell are you? I'm going to ask you. What did you do? What work did you put in to show her that she should follow you? Now, granted, I believe a woman should follow a good man. I believe she should let a man lead her. But I think a man should first show a woman that he's capable of leading her to the promised land and not off a damn cliff, not into a trash can, not into a dumpster. But see, some of these men thinking that, yo, as soon as you get a relationship, you're supposed to let me lead because I got a certain amount of money. You ain't supposed to speak up to me. You ain't supposed to speak back to me. No. See, that's your problem right there. See, that's a trash can right there. That's a trash can mentality. So your true man ain't worried about establishing his dominance over a woman. He's focused on showing this woman that I can lead you to somewhere. I can be the man you need. Not only protect you and provide for you, but I can lead you to somewhere better. I'm going to lead you to the right place. I'm going to guide you. I'm going to promote you by protecting you, by sitting here providing for you and showing you who you truly are, how special you are. I'm going to make you feel special. I'm going to make you feel comfortable. So if I say to you today, like, babe, I don't think you should move to church. I don't want you to go to church. I'm not telling you that because I'm sitting here just want you to sit here and show my friends how you feel. It ain't about what nobody else see. It ain't about what nobody else think. It's about me and you. I want you to chill with me. I want you to chill with me today. Sunday walk. I want us to sit here on this Sunday. I want us to lay in bed. I just want us to lay in bed this Sunday. It ain't about me showing my diamonds over you. It's just about showing that I want to spend time with you. I want to show you that you can trust me when I say, yo, we ain't buying that house. We ain't buying that car. We ain't going here. We ain't going there. We shouldn't do this. I'm not telling you that because I'm trying to hold you back from something. I'm showing you that I'm trying to protect you from something. I'm trying to show you that I'm trying to change the heart from repeat, from recreate to restore. I'm changing it from reuse. We ain't reusing. We rebuild this something much more beautiful. And we can come out of this so much better. We can keep our wash and rinse. And you'll realize that the treasure that you've been searching for is always there in you. And then when you open yourself up and remove the trash that's surrounding you, that you can smell that good smelling man or woman. That's the way. When you clear all the gunk out of your eyes, you can see what you've been looking for in there the whole entire time. I want to thank you for joining me for another episode of Past and Present Podcast. Host Alvin Gray. Like, comment, subscribe, share this video to many people. And until next time, share this video or this audio with as many people as possible. Until next time, I see you, I talk to you. Stay focused, stay woke, stay tuned.